Watch the gap on the left, keep them steady. Every horn is logged before it enters the facility. Breed, weight, curvature, wall thickness, all recorded before the first cut. A crack you cannot see from the outside will ruin the comb. The light reveals what the eye cannot. The warehouse holds 3 days of horn inventory. The sequence matters. Horns must process in order of grade. The tip is solid, no use for combs. It becomes powder. The tube is what becomes the product. The grade the horn receives at this scale determines the product it becomes. Premium horns become premium combs. Water and heat are the first tools. Without this stage, the horn cannot be worked. It would crack at the press. This is where the horn stops being a horn. The press does not destroy its nature. It reveals what it can become. This is the first moment the horn stops being a horn. It takes pressure, heat, and time, and the result is a flat sheet with all the grain intact. Hold a Nili-Ravi horn sheet to the light, and you see something no two pieces share. Every grain is unique.
Cool it too fast, and it warps. Too slow, and it can stick. The rack controls what the press cannot.
Nothing from this sheet is wasted. The edge becomes buttons. The center becomes combs. This is what it took. 1 Nili-Ravi buffalo horn, 60 stages, 200 quality checks, and the work of every person in this building. A comb tooth that is 0.5 millimeters too thin will break. Thickness is not cosmetic, patents, it is structural. Every blank seen by human eyes before the cutting machine touches it. Because at this stage, a mistake wastes everything that came before. Each slot between the teeth is 1.2 millimeters wide. If it varies by 0.3 millimeters, the comb grabs hair instead of gliding through it. The comb exists now, in outline. Every subsequent step is refinement. This moment is creation. The rough surface hides the grain. Each pass of sandpaper is an act of revelation. The grain was always there. The sanding does not create it. It uncovers what nature placed inside the horn. Wet sanding is the last sanding. After this, the surface never sees abrasive again, only polish.
The polish does not coat the horn, it reveals it. The grain you see is inside the material, not on top of it.
Nothing from the comb line is wasted. The offcuts become buttons. The same horn, a different product. The turning reveals a grain pattern unique to each button. No two are identical. That is the point. The holes are where the button becomes functional. 2-hole. 4-hole. The position is designed to the millimeter. The machine checks 23 parameters on every comb. It checks 14 on every button, in under 2 seconds.
Not every piece is perfect after machine processing. The difference is that the people here know what to do about it.
The final polish is not about shine. It is about depth. A polished horn comb lets you see 3 millimeters into the material.
Horn is keratin, the same protein as your hair and nails. It needs moisture. The oil gives it that, and it lasts for years.
This is the most beautiful the horn will ever look in the factory. Every step after this is about protecting what has been created.
She combs her hair with every batch sample, because a comb that catches hair in a factory will catch hair for a customer. That is not acceptable. Every piece in this tray has passed everything the factory can test. Now it passes to the people who will use it. 1 signature. 1 batch. 1 person whose name is on everything that passes this point. The geometry is 0.3 millimeters deep. At that scale, the machine cannot afford a single error in 200 millimeters of cutting path.
The geometry is 0.3 millimeters deep. At that scale, the machine cannot afford a single error in 200 millimeters of cutting path.
The burr you cannot feel on a comb tooth can still catch a single hair. This machine removes what human fingers cannot detect.
Tooth thickness determine how a comb feels in the hand and how long it lasts. Both matter for a luxury product.
The mark lasts as long as the comb. That is how long the maker stands behind it. The bevel is 0.8 millimeters at 45 degrees. It is the detail that distinguishes a luxury button from a commodity button.
The spine radius is the part that fits in the hand. It is designed around how hands actually hold a comb. The shank hole must be centered, off-center by 0.5 millimeters, and the button sits crooked on the garment. The machine does not allow that. 18 points on one comb. If any one of them fails, the entire batch is rechecked. Every one of them passes. The test pulls the thread through the hole at force levels the garment will never see. If it passes here, it will never fail in service. Horn hardness determines how long the comb lasts. The test confirms the material is as good as it was when it left the buffalo.
This code is smaller than a grain of sand. It connects this comb to the horn it came from, the worker who made it, and the day it was made. 0 rejections at final inspection. That is not luck. It is what every previous stage was designed to ensure. The last machine to touch the comb cleans it. The customer opens the box and sees a perfect product. That is not coincidence. The packaging was designed around the grain direction. The customer opens the box and sees the best angle of the horn's natural figure.
A natural horn comb comes with instructions. Because a product this well made deserves to be used correctly.
The outer box is the customer's first impression. It tells them, before they open it, what quality feels like. The QR code on the box connects the customer to every step that made their comb. Transparency is a feature of a luxury product. 6 cartons per case, 1 divider board per layer. The care that went into making the comb also goes into shipping it. 1 pallet, 40 cases, 480 luxury horn combs, every one of them made from a Nili-Ravi buffalo horn in this factory.
1 in every 50 is opened. If that one is perfect, they all are. This one is perfect.